Today we're looking at the curious case of Ananias and Sapphira. And this is a tough challenge to the early church. A man called Ananias sells a portion of land and he brings the money with the knowledge of his wife to the apostles and says, here's all the money I got for the land, I give it to the church. Now the truth here is he's telling a fib. And the punishment is far harsher than we would expect. The apostles in that moment challenge him and say that that sin will cost him his life, and he dies in that moment, and so does his wife. Now we would say that that's really harsh. What has the church got to do with this? But the challenge for the church here is, how do we deal with sin? And you might say, well, it's not ours to judge, but you are. By becoming part of the church, you're becoming part of a community, and we are judged by God as a community. Do I think this one is harsh? Probably. But the effect of sin is so devastating. It robs us of our holiness. It robs us of our fellowship with the Lord. And it robs us of our fellowship with each other. In fact, in Corinthians it says, we've got nothing to do with judging the world, but we do and should judge the church and put the sinful brother out. For me, this is a big challenge. We live in a day where our churches are weak, where we're struggling to get our message across the world because we're not united in holiness. And the best part of the story is to read on a bit and to see how straight afterwards, in Acts chapter 5, 11 to 12, it says, and great fear came over all the church. I'm not surprised about that. And as many who heard these things, and many miracles and wonders were done amongst the people by the hands of the apostles. And they were all with one accord in Solomon's porch. And so the message here is, if we want to see the power of God, we need to be honest about the sin in our life. We need to hold ourselves accountable to God and to the community around us, and strive for personal holiness so that we can be channels of God's blessing into the world. God takes sin very, very seriously, and we should too. And that's the message that we need to take into this day. Confess your sins. Remove them so that God can bless you. Have a great day.